case in the state of Ohio. I don't know how I'm supposed to focus after that.
Do your
Okay.
thing, girl. Do your
Just
thing. Do your
want you
thing.
guys in the audience to know I don't know how to focus after that. I'm Taylor. All right. So I'm Taylor, owner of Taylor's Kitchen.
Do you,
Okay.
boo? Do you?
Look, I'm not cutting this out either. I want y'all to
Go
see
for it.
how much fun we have
We really
as we
do.
are recording these podcasts. I'm pretty sure we laugh way more than we podcast, and that's fine. It's perfectly fine with me. Okay. I don't even. I'm Taylor. That's good. Taylor. That's my name.
Taylor.
So I'll know the name
Nice
of
to
my
meet you,
business.
Taylor.
Taylor's Kitchen. X. What was that?
I didn't see anything or hear anything, and I don't know. I don't want to know. If something scary, I don't want to know.
It was me.
I'm gonna click off this so quick. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know. If you need me to call 911, blink twice.
Oh man, we supposed to be talking to y'all about some stuff, but obviously laughing is better at this point in the day. Laughter is a lot better. Podcasting, okay. Well, we can podcasting about laughter. Yeah. We're talking to you today about presentation. And the presentation of this podcast thus far has not been very presentful. However, we we present our desserts very well. And it's Tuesday. We just want to share
Got the
a couple
giggle.
of tips
Got the giggle.
with you guys about presentation. Okay. So as you know, it's springtime and we are outside. Okay. We have had several pop-ups in our area so far, and we have had some nice days. Okay. It might have snowed a little bit on the first of May here in Michigan, but hopefully we're way past that. We have no more no more snow outside. All right. So Tamala, talk to us a little bit about pop-ups and how you present your desserts. Are we talking about pop-ups or in our regular packaging?
Yeah, so first off the rip, I want to talk to you and let you know that we do have an emergency pop-up kit checklist that you can get here. Put it someplace in the link so you can get your own copy. But when it comes to presentation, it's definitely what you're selling. You're selling your product, but you also are selling yourself. Okay. Not for all your people out there, you know what I mean. Don't get it twisted.
You are a sales person, is what she was implying.
Yeah. You're selling your brand. They're buying what you're selling. When it comes to presentation, you're not only selling your products, you're also selling your brand, which is yourself. They see your face, they see what you have on, they see what your surroundings are, they seeing how you stand out in the crowd, right? This is not a time to be small. This is not a time to sink into your seat. This is not a time to, I hope they don't ask me any questions. This is the on. So just think about, you're going to switch the switch on, right? And you're going to put your best foot forward. It's amazing how you come up with stuff when you're in the flow of things. You're like, oh, that was pretty good. Right? I said that was pretty good. And so when you're doing presentation, you have to think about your brand colors. Are you always wearing pink? Are you always wearing white? Are you doing something different that goes, you have a logo? Do you have A table. Well, you can talk about. I don't want to take it off. I don't want to take it all over from you, Taylor. But
Keep going,
your
keep going.
table, your tent. Okay. Is it in the building? There's a lot of things that you need to prep for. Thanks to one of my really good friends. Shout out to Dion, the traditional baker. Prepping is the most important thing that you can do. Put things in your vehicle the night before. Make sure everything is in its own space. Make sure you have an emergency toolkit box. That's anything from tape to stick pin to paper to something to write with to cash and change. The list goes on. Taylor, take it away because I could just keep going and going.
Yeah, so I think you brought up some very good points, especially when you're going outside of your normal place of business to set up in your community or at any type of event. I think a big thing is signage and letting people know who you are and what you do. Of course, you want to stand out. Some people do balloons, some people do just like the triangular signs, and they put their menu on them. Of course, you need to find a way for people to contact you because once they try your desserts, don't you want them to come back and buy something else? So, all of these small things are critical to getting repeat customers. And that's one big part of, I believe, that larger businesses do. They retarget over and over and over and over. How many times have you seen a commercial? How many times have you heard an ad? If you listen to the radio, every hour at the top of the hour, they're going to play the same 10 songs. And you might even start to like the song if you at work and you've been listening to the radio for the last 10 hours. But when you walked in, you did not like that song. But when you hear it 10 times, you might be, snapping along to it by the end of the day. And it's just simply because it's repetition over and over and over. They're playing that song, and that's how you need to be with your business. As Tamala said, we are salespeople. So we definitely want to take that into consideration, no matter whether we are on a platform, in the community, or at an event. We are representing our brand. We're representing ourselves. I always tell my children when they go out and they do something, I say, you represent yourself, you represent God, you represent our family. And so in their minds, I'm training them so that before they make a decision, do I want any of these three to be looked bad upon before I make a split second decision. And those are the same things that you represent when you have a business, especially if it's a business where you're constantly in contact with other people. Anything else? So,
good stuff, Taylor. Definitely some great points. I think that one of the things I really want to say is that for those that might be physically challenged in some way, call the organizers before. So if there's like 100 vendors, you don't want to lug your stuff and yourself, with all the stuff to the 100th booth. Give them a call. Say, hey, I need someplace up front. It might be a little extra cost, but just make sure that you reach out to the organizers beforehand to say, hey, I would really like something close to the, entrance or close to the parking lot or what have you, so they can make some kind of arrangement for you. I think also that if you're inside or outside, if you need something if you have a light up sign or something like that, a lit sign, make sure you bring your extension cords and your strips. Make sure you bring because you're going to be using your phone. Make sure you have your charger. That's a big one. That's a big one because you're going to be out there for hours. You've been up for hours. Not going to remember all these small things. Make sure you buy an extra charger, put it in your toolkit. That's what we need to add to the list. Your charger for your phones and things like that, or a battery bank that you can use for your phone because you're going to be out there for hours. Okay. And you've been up for hours trying to get ready, for this special day. Make sure that your technology is on point because you're going to need it. Make sure you bring a calculator, one of those solar calculators that you don't need your phone for because somebody needs to be adding up. Okay. So, no one's going to wait for you to be thinking about, okay, carry the one and drop the two. Nobody's going to be doing that. Okay. Somebody's going to be like, I'll be back. And they'll go over to the next person to buy all their stuff and you'll never see them again. So I'm just saying these are things that we just know 'cause we've been out there doing it. So make sure that your presentation represents you as well as your delicious treat.
Yes. And I feel like a big part of what Tamala is really expressing is the customer service and the way that we treat our customers for this small encounter can also help with the retention of the customer. A big thing too is market research. When you're calling to ask about locations and booth, you should be asking, hey, how many people do you think are going to attend? How many people attended last, because we are selling perishable food. So you do not want to make 500 treats and then they say, oh, 50 people came last year. You should be like, is this event even worth my time now? Because like it's good to get like exposure, especially like in the middle, or the end. Anything that you can do to grow your client base in an ethical way is very much necessary for you to grow your business. But focusing on those small things with the calculators and calling ahead of time, it'll allow you to be able to know like who your audience is, if they'll be there, how long it's going to take, and things like that. So just be I try to be as mindful as I can about the customer and the things that I'm going to have to do to make that event be successful. Stand out, put pretty ribbons and bows, and make your treats look extra delicious. The bright colors and the tasty things. All children run up to uh, cake pops. So just simple things like that. Try to make as much as you need. Use your judgment on that, but definitely retain the clients, get their email addresses and things like that, and just give them a great experience. There's
Yeah,
definitely
email
lots of
addresses are good.
mhm, systems you can put in place to do these things.
And offer them a coupon. Say, hey, if you give me your email, I would love to send you a coupon for the next time that I'm here. That
Mhm.
is more precious than the people that follow you on Instagram or social media. Let me tell you,
Right.
if someone you see has, so many followers, posting all the time, followers does not mean sales per se. What does mean sales is you getting their information and being in front of them, whether it's their phone number that you can text them to, or it's their email address that you can say, hey, I'm just having a pop up here, or I'm having a sale just for my special customers. I'm offering, a bundle, a cookie, a cupcake, a cake pop, and something else, for my special customers. I wanted to make sure that you are one of my special customers. I wanted to offer this to you. So be sure if you at all possible, I know a lot of people are very protective of their email and they're very protective of their phone number. And 9 times out of 10, well, maybe not, maybe half the time, they'll give you an email that they just use for these purposes, right? So it's not their main email, but it's an email that they
Right.
still can retrieve emails from. So make sure that you at least have something that people can write down their email, or you have a QR code that they can press with their phone to get right to your information. Okay.
Yes, yes. We hope that you have an amazing season out there, growing your business and talking and being in the community and meeting new people. We hope that you are able to implement some of these tools. We have been doing this podcast for a couple of years now, and we like to believe, let us know down in the comments if we are giving out some good information for you to right, like, share, subscribe, for you to be able to expand your home treat business. Okay. And guys, as always, have a blessed week, and don't mind us laughing, because we're gonna still be laughing whether it's recorded or not. Okay. Look at her. We gonna be laughing.
Sure.
All right, guys. Have a blessed week. Bye. Bye.